Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video.
So we're going to focus on a country that's one of the most underrated in the whole of Europe. Albania truly has it all. From the natural wonders like the mesmerizing blue ice spring, pristine sandy beaches and the crystal clear waters, to its ancient cultural gems and its natural wonders. So if you've never been before, let's take a look at 12 beautiful places to visit in Albania. Number 1. Tirana. So when visiting Albania, it's kind of hard to pass over the national capital. Not only is it the largest city in Albania, but it's also the easiest place to start your journey from. I would say Tirana is a fun, lively place to dive right into the country's culture and history. Skanderberg Square is a worthy starting point, as it sits right in the heart of the city. Home to the exceptional National History Museum, clearly identified by the gigantic mosaic on its facade. But there are other fascinating historical attractions right in the city centre, including the 18th century Etem Bey Mosque. But overall, I would say out of most of the capital cities in Europe, it's really affordable when it comes to its food and drink. Another historical attraction that you may see is the Pyramid of Tirana. It is a classic piece of brutalist architecture, but it kind of resembles more now like a rather upmarket shopping centre, but it's still worth seeing, as the views you can get from the top of the pyramid is the attraction in itself. Now, if you want to see a mostly secluded beach and canyon when visiting the Riviera in southern Albania, then you should try to head to Gjipe. It's a remote beach surrounded by towering rock formations. With beautiful aquamarine waters of the Ionian Sea that wash up on its shores. The beach can be found in the Albanian Riviera between Dhermi and Himar. So if you are staying there, it's close enough for a day trip. You'd have to get the bus and then go on foot, so make sure you bring as much of your stuff that you need as possible. Because it's one of the area's most famous beaches in the region. Less crowded due to its limited ways to basically get there. Number 3, we head to Gjirokastra. Known as the City of Stone. And if you do fancy visiting, it's a UNESCO city in the south of Albania. It was once the birthplace of the former communist dictator, Enver Hoxha. But one of the best things to do here, apart from walking the bazaar, or even visiting the castle of Gjirokastra, it's to wander around the Zakate house. Now this is a traditional family home, built between 1811 and 1812. But it's a beautiful example of some of the most fascinating Albanian home and marriage traditions. Number 4, Theth and the Albanian Alps. Right up in Albania's northern reaches, not far from the border with Montenegro, you'll find the tiny mountain village of Theth, home to just a handful of residents and surrounded by the magnificent Albanian Alps. Theth is certainly isolated, but by no means lacking in things to do. Within the village itself, you can find the stunning centuries-old Lock-in Tower and the surrounding national park. Stunning waterfalls and the dramatic Durres Canyon, all waiting for you to discover. So at a fraction of the cost of Switzerland and the crowds, if you love the outdoors, Albania is literally one of the best places you can travel to in Europe. Now, I did mention natural beauty, and tucked away in the south of Albania, you will come across the Osumi canyons that offer an adventure like no other. A natural wonder that boasts soaring cliffs, emerald waters, and dramatic rock formations, thus making it quite a haven for those of you who seek nature. Now, you can go on the many canyon expeditions, navigating through the twists and turns, but it's kind of like a hidden gem, because at the end of the day, have you heard of it? Number 6, Berat. With its incredible Ottoman-style houses, it's easy to see why the town of Berat is one of the most adored destinations in Albania. I think this is a great change from some of the many towns that you will visit in Europe. It has charming buildings which have earned Berat the nickname of the City of 1,000 Windows, while its thousands of years of history have earned the town a place on the UNESCO World Heritage List. But beyond admiring all the gorgeous scenery, I'm pretty sure that you'll be happy to explore the remains of Berat Castle. I'm wandering down the intricate Goritza Bridge. Now, I'm a fan of those old towns, so I can highly recommend this is a top one for you to visit this year. Number 7. Durres. Once the capital of Albania, Durres is located near Tirana on the country's coast. Now, it's quite a popular destination, meaning that there can be quite a few people here spilling over from Tirana in the summer months. So with one of the largest ports of the Adriatic, the city is somewhat suffocated with lots of development, but over 1,000 years of war between Bulgarians, Greeks, Phoenicians and the Turks has kind of made this city's history as rich as its beaches. But remember, there's also an impressive Roman amphitheatre, which is one of the biggest pulls to the town. Now, if you don't fancy Greece this year, why not try Apollonia, an ancient city that flourished during the Roman Empire? And its biggest draw to the town is its well-preserved ancient buildings and the remains inside the Apollonian Archaeological Park. It's a must-see for those of you who love Roman architecture and the period alone. And Apollonia is one of the best day trips from Tirana or Berat, or as a stop-off as you travel down the main road to Albania's south. And it's only roughly €6, so give this one a try. Number 9. Saranda. The southern gateway to the Albanian Riviera, and one of the best cities to visit, not least because it's close to one of the region's best beaches, Gjipe Beach. So get a hotel in Saranda, where you'll be close to some of the best restaurants in Albania and the buzzing nightlife. Of course, it's one of the popular destinations in the country, but you can also explore the beaches during the day, and one of the best things to do from there is to hop on one of the day trip boat tours that leave the boulevard and go straight to some of these gorgeous beaches. Number 10 takes us to nature's own masterpiece, the Blue Eye. It's a mesmerizing natural spring in southern Albania. Crystal clear waters that form a stunning pool that's so clear you literally can see the depths below. Colours of blue of the water surrounded by lush greenery, it's quite a sight to behold. So whether you're looking for a refreshing swim, somewhere to hang out peacefully, the Blue Eye offers a very unique yet refreshing experience. Now, if you're looking for a lot of archaeological sites, Albania is still a top destination for that. A UNESCO World Heritage Site in Butrint National Park. And it's an archaeological wonderland that allows you to step back in time. This ancient city, nestled within the park, boasts Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Venetian ruins, all shrouded in lush greenery. Now, I suggest you wander through its ancient theatres, its temples and fortifications, as you uncover layers upon layers of history. You see, the Greeks lived in Butrint in the 6th century, and later the Romans seized power. So it's one of the longest inhabited cities in Europe, and even the first remains of life back to 50,000 years ago. You literally can't imagine the history this city holds. And finally, we end with the Albanian Riviera. There's a whole host of smaller towns and beach resorts in Albania that are collectively known as the Albanian Riviera. And it refers to this stretch of coast on the Ionian Sea that starts in Saranda and continues all the way north to the national park. So if you want to try something different compared to Greece, Spain, or the south of France, then give this Riviera a chance.